Hi guys, welcome back to our course on NumPy. In our previous lecture, we covered the randint method, and today we are going to do some more examples based on the methods offered by the random module of NumPy. So let's get started. So let me just write Python 3, hit enter. Now I'm going to import NumPy as np and hit enter. Now today's topic is some more examples on the methods offered by the random module of NumPy. So we'll try to do some mixed examples. So first question is create a 1D NumPy random array and sort it. So we have to create a 1D NumPy random array and we need to sort it. So let's move on to the solution. First of all, let's create the array. Let the array name be A. So A is equal to np.random.rand and let the number of elements be 6. Now let's print the sorted array. So I have to write print and in bracket I have to pass np.sort and in sort I have to pass E. So this is the sorted array. You can see that it has been sorted according to the ascending order. So if we got the sorted array and we use rand method to create a random NumPy array, or we can say we use the rand method of the random module of NumPy to generate a random array, and we used the sort method of NumPy to sort the array. So this was a mixed example. Now let's move on to the next problem. So next problem is problem number 2. Create a 2D matrix of dimensions 2 cross 3. That means 2 rows and 3 columns. So create a 2D array or matrix with dimension 2, 3 that contains 6 random numbers between 2 and 6. So let's move on to the solution. So I have to write array name or ARR is equal to np.random.rand int. This time I need an array that contains integer values and I have to pass the start stop as 2 and 6 and I have to pass the dimensions of array as a tuple. So that is 2, 3. Now I'm going to print this array. So you can see that I got a 2D array with dimensions 2, 3 or 2 rows and 3 columns, and it contains random numbers or random integers between 2 and 6. So here we constructed a 2D array or matrix with the help of randint method. Now let's move on to our third example or third problem. So problem number 3 is use NumPy random number function to generate at least 1000 numbers between the range of 1 to 1 lakh. or 100,000. And after generating, we need to perform some operations. So we have to generate an array of 1000 numbers, and the range is 1 to 1 lakh or 100,000, and we need to perform some operations on it. So let's move on to solution. So first of all, let's create the required array. So I'm going to write arr is equal to np dot random dot rand int, and I'm going to pass start, stop, and the number of elements. So in this case, it's 1000. So size is 1000. Now the first operation is, or I can say that the first part of the question is to sort these elements. So I've created an array with random integer numbers from 1 to 100,000, and now I need to sort these elements and store them in a new array. So the new array name, or arr new, is equal to np.sort, and I'm going to pass the array name. Now I'm going to print the original array first. So you can see that it contains randomly distributed numbers, and I'm going to print the new array now. So it is sorted. Now I'll scroll so that you can see clearly. The first one was the randomly arranged numbers, and second one is the sorted array. Now the second part is to determine the maximum and minimum element. So part 2 is to determine the maximum and minimum element from this array. So we need to write min element or min ele, whatever variable name you want to give, and that is equal to np.min, and we need to pass the array name. And similarly for the max, just replace the min by max. And I'm going to print these values now. So print min ele as well as print max ele. So the minimum element is 268 and the maximum element is 99905. You may get different values as we are working with random numbers. Now the third part of the question is to determine the average, or we can say the mean. So for that I have to write arr mean, or whatever variable name, is equal to np.mean, and I have to pass the array name, that is arr. Now I'll print it. So the mean of all the values is around 50,252.304. And now fourth part of the question is an assignment for you. That is, find the mod, the median, and standard deviation for this data contained in the array. So in today's lecture, we solved some questions based on the methods offered by the random module of NumPy. That will be all for today. This video is brought to you by Programming Knowledge. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button for updates, and stay tuned with us for next lecture. Thank you.